On Facebook Live today. My name is Lynn Renee McDonald. I am here to teach everybody about love energy in its purest form. Today I'm coming to you from my shopping center in Virginia Beach, Virginia, which is the Institute for Christ Consciousness and the Copper Dragon. It is a love energy healing and teaching center and a higher vibrational product and gift shop. So today what we're going to be talking about is love energy agreements. So that's what our class is going to be about. We're going to have a great time. It's only 20 minutes, but it's all channeled love energy, and this is going to help everybody in their lives be the best them that they could be, and know how to govern. Excuse me. Nothing like a call from home. Anyways, so what I am is I am a love energy channel for Christ consciousness at the highest vibrations that exist. My job is to teach enlightenment here in this reality. So everything here that we're going to talk about today is governed from love energy in its purest form. We're going to talk about different kinds of love energy and energy agreements today. It's all in line with what I call law of universe. Excuse me. And the law of universe is the law of unconditional love, truth, and wisdom. That's what it's based on. This is what I teach. This is what we do. Okay, so we're going to start with energy agreements. Every single thing is energy, okay? Love energy at its highest vibration, at its lowest vibration, and all in between that. The higher you vibrate, the greater the love energy that you are, the better the life, the better the amazing of everything that you are is, okay? So ultimately, we all want to come from love energy at the highest vibration to have and live the best life that we can live. Okay, so but there present some challenges within this for each and every one of us, because each time we interact with somebody, we have agreements, we have relationships, we have past life stuff, present stuff. All that is present right here, right now in all of us. Okay, so when we're in this space of right now, all that is unwell that is in our soul and all that is well in our soul is what comes out and is in our reality. Okay, and each person that we have in our lives has come in here to be with us and present challenges for us, as well as return to us gifts, and we help and assist each other from this place in this reality right here, right now, with all of us. So people are either coming when you meet with them, talk with them, have them as your friends, your family, business agreements, business arrangements. Everything is energy, and they are either coming from the best place and highest place of God's honest, unconditional love, truth, and wisdom, or they are not. And you will know that by their reactions. Everything about people and all that they do tells you about them. Everything is energy. Everything is either high up on top or somewhere in between there. And you know by how it feels and what they do. Listen to what people say, watch and observe to what they say, feel what they say, and you will know what they say, whether it's truth or not. So when we're talking about agreements here, we can talk about simple 3 agreements is for the basis of this 20-minute talk. Let's say, for example, family stuff. We ask people in our lives to do stuff for us. We do stuff for them. It's a positive, healthy energy agreement. When we honor each other and we come from that place, and if I ask my kid, let's say, to vacuum the floor and pick up when I'm not there, great. And they do it. Thank you for doing that for me. And on some level, I'm going to return it with a positive, healthy energy assistance or energy agreement, so to speak. So I'm going to do something positive for them as well when they do something for me. Not because I feel like I have to, not because I should, but because I want to from my heart. When we are in an authentic place of love, we do things because we love and we want to do those things from that place. Okay, so there is nothing unwell about this. If I'm at my neighbor's and my neighbor cooks dinner for me, or I cook dinner for my mother, or anybody, I should be doing this from a place of love, not because I expect somebody to do something for me in return. If they do, great, but I should come from a place of love within this. When somebody doesn't honor that agreement, that's when we start to have problems, okay? So let's say you have an agreement, I'm going to do X, boyfriend. He's going to call you, you're going to call him, whatever the agreement is. They don't honor that agreement. Then you start to have problems because that tells you where they're standing. They're not respecting your boundaries. They're not doing what they say. And then we come into problems. Then there's resentment and unwellness and all kinds of stuff like that because one person or both parties are not honoring the agreement that they have. The agreement of when you're in a boyfriend, a girlfriend relationship or an intimate love relationship or a family relationship, you honor each other by doing good things from each other from a place of love authentically. Okay? When we are not being authentic, you know it because it doesn't feel right. People don't do what they say. They do unwell things. And then you look at them and you're like, you didn't really just do that. Okay. You feel it in your heart how it is supposed to be. Okay. So when they don't do what they say, it creates great problems. It creates resentment, which is a major problem in this reality, why we have so many divorces, because people expect people to do things. They want them to do certain things. And the people don't do those things. You know, just like we expect people to give us flowers on birthdays or holidays, or we expect them to get us a certain gift. There are many intricate things about this that are involved, but the bottom line is you have to communicate from a place of love. You have to come from love when you do things, and you have to honor your agreement. And all of these things is all coming from a place of love. If you don't know what to say and you don't know what to do, you ask Source what to do. Always, always, always bring it right to Source, because that is where your solution is. When you're having a problem with somebody, that's where you bring all your answers to and you get all your stuff, and you know in your heart if it feels right and what you should do. Okay? But when somebody isn't honoring your agreement is where you run into the biggest problems. And, you know, people could say, well, you know, in a people space, they might be, hey, screw you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Or you don't call them back, or you don't know how to deal with it. If you bring it to Source and ask Spirit to speak through you from love, then you can handle and do anything. And you just ask God or love energy that you can do that. This is how the reality of these things really work. Because in my people space, I don't know exactly what to say all the time. It's virtually impossible because I am one person, which is one piece of all that is God. I'm just one piece. How can I possibly know every situation, every person, every being, and all that is, and how to react? I cannot. So we bring it to Source with everything, which is love energy. Agreements are all of this as well. They are included in all this, whether it's a business agreement, whether it's a personal agreement. We do things from a place of love for each other. But that does not mean that we allow people to like crap on us, you know? We don't allow that. Why? Because love energy in its highest vibration does not allow that. Okay, so personal relationships tend to get the tightest and the most wound up emotionally, and then we become unfunctional. All right, the second that you feel like you can't function emotionally, you bring it right to Source, because that's where all your answers are. Ask Spirit to clear out what's making you not function. Ask Spirit to clear out the consciousness in you that doesn't work. Ask Spirit for the best love energy, the best relationship, the best of whatever you need, the best solution. Whether you know it or not, ask for what that is, and it will come, okay? And then ask Spirit that you do it. You be in that space authentically, because then only great things will come for you and them, all right? A perfect example is, all my life, I didn't have a really great relationship with my mother. I love my mother. There's no question about it. We all love our mothers. It's our mother, for Pete's sake, right? So anyways, but the problem is, me and my mother were always in some kind of form of unwell, okay? And anybody who knows me personally knows that this is part of my struggle, right? But at some point in my life, I said, you know, I really want to love my mother. I really want to have the positive, healthiest relationship, whether it's with my mother or anyone and everything. So what do you think I did? Because me and my mother, we were not getting along. We didn't ever really get along, you know? I loved her, but we were just not in that same space. So what I said to God was, hey, I said, I need to change this. I want my mom to love me. I want my mom to respect me. I want to have the greatest relationship with her. I want to do the same with her. I want to have this relationship with everybody from the highest vibration of love, because my life in this space where we're always fighting and arguing and super unwell isn't working, because I'm not coming from that place of love. I was coming from the unwellness in my soul. And as a mom and a daughter, we have an agreement here to help and teach each other with spirit and love energy, how to grow and mature and be in the highest vibration of love energy. So my mother and my whole life and our unwell relationship was one of the hugest catalysts that got me to enlightenment and brought me here and taught me about relationships. Because all of a sudden, I couldn't change anything. We never got along. We were always fighting, always having a hard time. And all I really wanted was for my mom to love me and me to love her. Isn't that what we all want with our kids? But there was no way past that in the space that I was in that was unwell in my soul. So when I bring it to God or source, this agreement that my mother and I have, I can change it. I can make it the best way to be, the best agreement that it can be. How? I ask God for that. I ask God that I love my mother. I ask God for the greatest relationship with my mother. I ask God for the greatest relationship for anything. Whether you say God, love energy, I don't care what you say, as long as you understand that that's where you're bringing it to, that's what you're doing to give yourself the greatest life. And then you will have the greatest energy agreement and relationship within your souls. And you will heal that in you right now, right here, and you will have that relationship with her. It may not think. You may not think it will be and it may not come rather in the way that you think, okay? It may not come in that space, but it will come. Trust and know, and your whole relationship will turn around because that's what love does. Love is the solution for anything and everything, no matter what the agreement. My mom and I, a mother-daughter relationship. I have kids too, and I remember my mom saying in an unwell space, I hope that my kids are the bitch that you were, Lynn. I hope that they are for you, that your kids are that to you. And I was like, whoa, that's heavy shit. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want that for me. I always want to come from love. And that's what I ask God for. Hey, the highest vibration, because this is the life that I want. Because I don't want any drama. I don't want to fight. I don't want to hate people. I don't want to be unwell. I don't think anybody really does. And if they do, that's just an unwellness in their soul that's stuck in there that's not helping them. Okay? So this is how you're going to deal with all your personal relationships. You don't like it. It doesn't feel good. Ask God to change it. Be specific. Ask for what you want. Feel in your heart, but come from a place of love for you first, and all, and spirit will take care of it. You don't have to know how it's going to go down or be specific about how exactly it's going to go down or figure it out. Just ask and it will come. Okay? So this is one of those big relationships with me and my mother. I have relationships, obviously, with my dogs. I have relationships with my kids, with my friends, with my sister. Anything that comes up, these are all agreements that we have before we come in here. Energy agreements. Okay? And if we don't handle them in the best way from the highest vibration of love, it creates a shit ton, excuse my French, of drama in our realities. Okay? Then what happens is I have all this unwellness with my mom, and then I dwell in that unwellness in my emotional space. And then it comes out in my reality. And then I don't get along with my boss. And then I don't get along with my kids. And then I'm the very bitch that my mom wished that I was to my kids. And that creates a reality because I didn't heal this in me. I didn't ask God to change this. I didn't be asked to be the best me I could be from love. I didn't do that. And when you don't do that, that's when your life becomes a hot mess. All right? That's when everything falls apart, when you're not coming from that place of love in all your personal relationships and all of your agreements. And we're seeing a huge basically with the vibration of the planet and all that's going on, we're seeing, and Saturn in retrograde, we are seeing huge changes in people. All their crap is coming out of their souls. It's really quite dynamic. It's amazing. And people are coming to you, and it's like, here's an example. You go to the bank and you normally make a deposit at the bank. This is another, again, energy agreement. You go to the bank, you make a deposit at the bank. You're writing down your deposit slip. And you say to the banker, hey, can I borrow your pen? And they're like, sure. And then 5 minutes later, you fill out your slip, you give them their pen back, and they're like, oh, you owe me $10 for the use of your pen. And you're just like, what? You're like, I can't even really believe this is happening. This is the kind of crap that's happening out here in this reality. Because it's not just happening like I talked about with my mother and my kids and my friends and people. It's happening on all levels of this reality that we're in here right now, okay? On a personal level, okay? So with with all our friends, our personal stuff within ourselves, but it's also happening on a business level as well. Relationships and agreements that are falling apart. People are not doing the right thing from love. And I don't give a crap what kind of business you have. Your business will do so much better, and everything in your life will be a billion times better if you just come from love and work with that love energy. I call it God because Spirit tells me the people who need me the most are the ones who call it that. And I am cool with that, okay? If you're not cool with that, then that's your stuff. You ask God, clear it, heal it, and change it. It's that simple. Come from love. Does it really matter what you call it? As long as you know that it's love and you're coming from that space. This is all what I teach. It's all about love, law of universe. This is what we teach at our shop and center. We teach about agreements, everything that is law of universe. And guess what? That is everything, okay? And the more you know about law of universe and people behavior, the better the life you're going to have. And the more you work with love, and the greater the life you can't not possibly have. It's not my rule. It's rule of law, which is Christ consciousness, which is love energy in its highest, purest form. And the truth is, if you do what I say here, you will be fantastic and have a great life. It can't not start to go in that direction, and it can't not happen, okay? So go back to the business agreement relationship thing. I know we just have a few more minutes here. The business agreement relationship thing, here you go. People who, you have leases with people and people don't keep up on their leases. They're not doing the right thing from love. So you take it to a higher source. Instead of duking it out in this reality with society and people, go right to source. Hey God, hey love energy, how do I handle this? How do I handle, how do I handle, when it says here in my lease that I can do this, and they're now saying that they're not going to cover this or they're not going to pay for this? What do I do? Well, you can go see an attorney. You can go do a whole bunch of things in this practical 3D world that they instruct us to do. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. If Spirit advises you to do it, you do it. But first, you talk to Spirit about everything. Pray on it. Ask Spirit. Ask your soul. Work together with that love and ask that the outcome comes from that place. You will do far more amazing, and the greatest things will happen for you. They can't not. I just had a friend who I worked with for 3 years, because people come to me all the time with all of their crap, because this is what I do. I'm a master crap fixer, okay? And it's not because I am that. It's because of God. I work with love energy, and they channel the solutions right through me so you can be the greatest you and have the greatest life you can possibly have. If it didn't happen to me when I worked with God, and I was in a crappy place for years, okay? And until I got Spirit and God in that space and worked with love energy, I couldn't get out of it. And I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with me? I'm doing everything they're telling me. I'm trying to honor their agreements, but they're not honoring their agreements. What the hell? And so all this stuff that's going on in the world today is bringing our crap out of us and making it more and more important that we do what we say. Be who you are. Say what you do. Do what you say. Be there if you're going to be there. Call somebody if you say you're going to call them. Do the right thing. What is the right thing? Coming from the highest vibration of God's honest, unconditional love, truth, and wisdom. That's going to be that solution for every agreement that you have, everything in your life. You don't know what to do, you bring it right to source. This is what I teach. There is no better way to do this. I don't care who you are spiritually or WTF that you do and how great you think you are. This is the ultimate solution. This has to do with the highest vibration of love energy. And I didn't think of it. This is what Christ taught from the beginning of time. This has nothing to do with religion. Everything to do about your relationship from your soul with love energy. Your soul created me to do this. I created you because I said to God, I said, hey, what good am I really if I don't have the people to help? What does this matter, right? So I ask Spirit for you. You created me and I create you, and we create the greater vibration on the planet. This is who we are. This is what we do. But if nobody tells us and teaches us, we can't be in that space. And they don't teach you that in this society. And that's a class for another day. Anyways, so all of your agreements should be honored from the highest vibration. You do what you say. When somebody does not, then you are not obligated to do your share of the agreement. But you will know, I don't mean that you just think of how you fix it or you think of what you do. You ask Spirit what to do in this situation and how to handle this from love. So you will always, the highest vibration of love, come out on top no matter what the situation is. I just had a friend in outside of the mountains of Asheville that I just visited. And we put it together in the past that she get this really great apartment. And she was like, oh my God, apartments are so much and I can't afford this and I can't afford that. Well, she got this awesome little apartment, and I shit you not, it's for $52 a month. If you ask Spirit, great stuff can happen. If you can get past your stuff of how you need to do it and you don't know how to do it and you can't be in that space, ask Spirit that you can. Great things can happen as long as you're not saying, I have to create this. Create it with love energy for you and all from a positive, healthy space, and don't let your blocks stop you. Okay, I think that's all for today. It's 11:20. I wish you all great things. Come see me. I'm in the shopping center. You can set up an appointment. We do appointments out and throughout the day, every day. I travel all over the country and I do what I teach. And this is it. I can't get more straight up than this, really. So if you have questions, you can PM me, text me, Facebook me. I'm here to help you change the world, and we do it together from this highest vibration of love energy. Because if you're not here, you're not there. That's as simple as it is. It doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't on this path. It's all part of that path. Your soul leads you to all of this. Okay. So you can reach us here at the shopping center. I do personal readings and assist people. I'm a healer, a teacher, a medical intuitive, a psychic, a medium. There's nothing I can't do because there's nothing you can't do. I just ask God for anything I need. Ta-da. How cool is that? But if you do this, man, you can be the greatest you. I promise. Okay. So you can reach me here at the shopping center in Virginia Beach, Institute for Christ Consciousness, the Copper Dragon. The number here is 757-559-8680. My personal number is 757-816-3134. I teach kids, families, people. Any problems you got, you can bring to me. I deal with all kinds of crazy stuff, from pedophiles to drug addiction to divorce to can't get a job to homelessness and to all that piled into one. This is what we do. We help people on all different levels. You can have simple problems or no problems, though you think, and which is great. I hope you don't. But if you, the main thing here is that you come from your heart, and I wish you guys all great love, and come see me anytime. Text me if you have questions. We're supposed to help each other. Many blessings, and I look forward to hopefully doing this again soon. If not, you can see this video again on all my sites, Institute for Christ Consciousness, Lynn Renee McDonald, public figure, my personal page on Facebook, Instagram as well, and the Copper Dragon as well. So have a great day. Many blessings to everybody. I love you all, and take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.